Woman Girl. So, Bob Harris, tell me about the arrival of punk then, because that did not sit at all easily with you. It's true, is it, that you got in a proper dust-up with the Sex Pistols?
Yeah, and there's always been a kind of misinterpretation of this, because at the time, Whistle Test was an album programme, and you had to have an LP out to appear on the show. Punk and New Wave exploded on singles that we weren't playing on the programme. Plus, I mean, if you're a young kid coming through and you're seeing this guy on Whistle Test who's now 30 years old, long hair, hippie, white, middle class, stadium rock loving, I represented to them everything that they were trying to break away from and despised. And so this all then eventually it reached a moment where a friend of mine, George Nicholson, a recording engineer, and I called into a place called the Speakeasy in central London. And it was the day that the Sex Pistols had signed their contract, and they'd been down at the A&M offices during the day, fueling up is probably the best way of putting it. When we arrived at the Speakeasy about 10 o'clock, I don't know who it was. It was a guy taller than me in a green boiler suit. That's what I remember of it.
Right.
But somebody came over to me and said, when are the Sex Pistols going to be on Whistle Test? And I said, well, give us a call in the office. It didn't matter what I said. He took this haymaker swing at me, and all hell broke loose. George and I got separated, and I got pulled around the other side of the bar, and I had my back against a wall with half a dozen, 8, 9 people coming towards me with broken bottles and broken glasses and stuff. And I thought, oh, this is it. I really thought that I was going to be badly damaged in the experience of this. Symbolically, a group of people got in between them and me, and it turned out to be the Procol Harum road crew. I mean, it's just the perfect snapshot.
You couldn't make it up.
I know. So they surrounded me and got me out of the building. And people ever since have said, oh, Bob Harris hated punk. Well, no, I didn't. But it's hard to remain objective when what's happening to you is everywhere you go now there's an element of violence being directed towards you. It's not an easy thing to cope with.
Yeah. No Sex Pistols on your list, we should note. Let's hear another piece of music then, Bob Harris. Tell me about this. It's your 6th track of the morning.